This is Hot Rhythm TV, and I'm your host, Kamala Tamirisa. I am honored to have Dr. Ulrika Birgersdotter-Green, who is a full professor at University of California in San Diego, and she's also a director of EP service line, especially the ICD and the pacing service line. Thank you for joining us today.
It's my pleasure to be here. And you know, you can forego the whole long, complex Swedish name and just say Ricky.
Thank you. Ricky, we are here as part of the Women in EP mentorship series. I want our listeners to get your story. You started your journey in Sweden, and then you are here in US, and you're a full professor. Share how EP has, enticed you to, and then how you ended up here.
You are so right. I started my journey in a little town of 800 people, close to the Arctic Circle in Sweden. And my mother was the town physician, and she had her practice in her house. So I had this wonderful role model of, there was never any question of what I wanted to do. I wanted to do that. So I was lucky enough to be able to go to medical school in Stockholm, and did in visiting medical student rotation at UCLA, and fell in love with my husband now and with America, and was able to come back and did my residency at Vanderbilt. And during my residency, I think it was clear from day one that cardiology was going to be what I wanted to do, because those patients did well.
Yes.
And it felt like in the end of the day, we had done something. So cardiology was a clear choice. Electrophysiology was not quite as clear of a choice. I actually thought interventional cardiology, it seemed really fun in the beginning. But the more I was exposed to cardiology in the beginning of my fellowship, I said, EP is kind of really fun. It's really fun. And it's great procedures, and, I don't come in on weekends that often.
Yes.
And I loved everything about it, and I have never looked back.
That's wonderful. I love that answer. Yes, we don't have to go usually on weekends, so better lifestyle. And you have started and pioneered the GLOWE program for Heart Rhythm Society with other members and leaders. So tell us more about what's the goal and what made you start it and who benefits from it.
You know how much I love electrophysiology, and I don't quite understand why not everybody loves it so much. That I really want everyone, men and women, but particularly, women who come into this field to have an opportunity to think about EP and see how great of a specialty it is. I was lucky to have it, but I will say, when I started out, I felt little lonely at times, because there were very few women in electrophysiology, and very few women who did procedures, very few women presenting on academic meetings. It felt a little bit lonely at times. So to me, it has been important to help the next generations of women to not feel quite as lonely, and to have an opportunity to just interact with other women. And now Heart Rhythm Society has provided, I think, a wonderful forum for that, with the growth and leadership opportunity for women in EP program. That is for early career women. We actually just met last night, and there was a session for the class that just graduated and the incoming class, and we all met together. There was a lot of good energy in the room. So we are now introducing our second year of young women. We have about 18 to 20 women in the program, first year and second year. And I think it's a way for them to network, a way for them to hopefully get some career advice, and hopefully form friendships for life.
Yes. You're a perfect example of grow and lift, and role modeling and mentorship. And last question, how do you balance it all? You do so much. How do you balance life?
Oh, I don't do it all, and I'm not sure I balance it all because I have been running around like crazy today. And I can say maybe the best answer is you just got to wear flats
Love it. Love it. Wear flats and
and keep going.
and keep going.
Yeah.
And there's nothing like a perfect
Yeah.
work-life balance. Appreciate your
Yeah.
time. Thank you
Oh.
so much for joining us today. Thank you to Heart Rhythm TV for allowing us this platform to talk about women in EP.